Hello there, welcome back to another one of my videos. Well, it's absolutely sweltering in my garage today. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's so bad I've had to have 2 fans on all the time while I'm doing any work on anything, because it's just blisteringly hot. Way through the inspection, and we did find a few little bits, as you've seen in the videos going along, that we found a little bit of slack in the chain. It wasn't too bad, but then we went in and we saw a little fine mark on first gear, where it was simply when the gearbox got hot, it started to rub on the end plate. Because it's an Indian end plate and it had to be modified, to get this 5-speed to fit. So good job we come in for an inspection and we just noticed that it wasn't much, it was just touching maybe when it got a little bit warm, because the gearbox was free and it was smooth and the shimming was good. It's just that when it got hot it might have been just rubbing slightly, so I've gone in and we've sorted that out as well. Absolutely brilliant. ACF 50, what a product. It protects your bike winter and summer on all your mechanical parts. Go out, buy it, it's the best on the market. Okay, what I'm doing today is a shakedown service. So this is after a new build, 1,000 kilometers in there. It's check everything. So we're going through every nut and bolt that's really important. Obviously not every nut and bolt, because that would just take me forever. But everything that's really important, like the wheel nuts, the spindles, the hub, exhaust system, and everything, steering, everything that's very important on the bike to make it safe. That's better. Right, liquid. You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. When I wake up to your smile. Oh yeah. Fields of clouds. Okay, thank you very much. Lovely, jubbly. One for you. One for me. Cheers. Ooh, what's that? Del, is that my phone ringing? It is as well. Hello? Hello? Oh yeah, Tino. It's Tino Saki. Hello Tino, yes. I have been promoting your barrel, yes. Your Super Monza is fantastic, mate. That's what I tell everybody. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. You did send the money, didn't you? Oh, right. Nice one. Okay, it's in the post. Thanks, mate. Arrivederci. Bon appetit. A good day's work done. It's burning me. Well, after a nice recovery and a nice sleep last night, and the heat's gone down a bit this morning, we can crack on with a bit more work. So what I've got is, he's running here the version 1 of my air filter box. So we're upgrading him to version 2. So we're going to take this one off. It's done pretty well, but the version 2 is much better. It's stronger and it's more durable. Right, we'll just give you a glimpse of the difference. So this is the version 1 on the bottom. Version 2 has got less vents there to obstruct the airflow, so you've got more air getting into the filter, as you can see. This has only got 2 little support rails in it, whereas the other one's got 4. So we've increased the air quite a bit there, and across the bottom as well. We've increased the air in towards the bottom. So this is going to breathe better. The brackets are now carbon fibre but reinforced, stronger. So they've got like a spine in them to make them stronger. So this is going on as an upgrade. Right, when you're putting your drain plug back in to the bike, make sure it's nice and clean the magnet off and everything ready. But when you put it in, always make sure you put the oil in straight away and don't leave it for later, because that's a really bad idea. So always put your drain plug in and top the oil up immediately after you've put the drain plug in. The other bad habit is sticking your drain plug in by finger tight to stop drips while you're working on it. That's another bad habit to do. Always make sure that when you put the drain plug in, you tighten it. Every time. Right, we're going to top our oil up. Always give your funnel a wipe out with a clean rag, because you don't know what dust or bits are lying in it. And then we'll stick in some BGM Pro Street gearbox oil. Bob's your uncle. Nip up the filler plug, and I'm going to put a white paint mark pen there. Not only does it remind me that I have filled the oil, but it'll just show you if there's been any movement. Right, simply put your spanner on and give it a good check and make sure that's tight. Okay, now with the exhaust, so check all the nuts are really tight. Bit of sealant around the manifold, and it helps it slide on a little bit easier as well. Drop the bracket on. With the nuts. Okay. Now we'll try and get the exhaust on the stick now. Sometimes it can be difficult. This one seems to be going on easy. Nice. Now like that one. Stick a screwdriver in just to locate it, and then we'll try and get our bolt in underneath. Best to try and get this in first, just finger tight, because you can move the exhaust a little bit just to locate the screw hole. Don't tighten it up yet. Finger tight. All these just finger tight, so you've got movement on everything. Now we'll put our top bracket in place. Using our trusty screwdriver to give us a little bit of leverage. There we go. Back plate on. So it's still all loose at the moment, nothing fully tightened. We'll get the back bracket on now. Okay, so we'll get this one at the back now. Now this one we can fully tighten up. Because that's the first one that you tighten up. tighten up that one first. Then we go to the one underneath. Oh, that's fully tightened. Next one to tighten are here on the top of the exhaust bracket. Make sure they're fully tightened up. Okay. Last but not least, the Allen bolts. So this now, the exhaust is stress free and it's fitting where it wants to be without any strain or stress on it, and that's the most reliable way to fit an exhaust. You shouldn't have to bend or twist anything. It should all slot into position with everything free and then bolt up. And if you use the order I've just done, it's the best way. Right, exhaust manifold. Now, one of the reasons I really despise the BGM system is these little ears on the end that they use for the springs. It makes the springs so wide across you have to cut the hell out your cowling. So I obviously discarded it and did my own system. So if you look up at mine, you'll see that I've welded some ears in there onto the sides of the manifold so you can get on some springs and they're not screwing up your cowling. So my cowling's still nice and tight around the manifold, so I'm keeping air in there. Right, we've put our little tool on the brakes, trimmed them up. Right, we've tightened the hub back up. Always make sure your locking plate is firmly on and secure once your hub's torqued down to the right setting, or a little bit extra to line it up a bit. So even though it might have to come back off again and be trimmed again yet, always put the locking plate back on even if it's only a short trip. Right, while we're here at the back hub, we're going to check the wheel nuts. I think these are 12s, yeah, so I've got to get my 12mm socket. Right, 12mm socket on these SIP rims. So as you can see, we've got the octagon on this for safety reasons. So we've got eight nuts to tighten up. So we just go around and check them. There's no need to over tighten them, but just so they're firm. That one moved a little bit. That's good. You can put your torque wrench on if you want to, if you're not confident on knowing what it is. And I'll put in below the torque setting for it, but I don't, I just go by feel. Right, we also need to just go around all the nuts and bolts. Front wheel spindle, this has only got one nut on it because it's a Castle and Brettle one. That's nice and tight, and it's a 19, whereas on a normal Ambra it's 21mm, and you'll have to lock the nuts off on both sides of the wheel. Check all your wheel nuts. You have a look around your handlebars, make sure there's no excessive movement in it, and it's tight, and the steering head bearings are tight. Very important, the screws on your brake levers and clutch levers, inspect them as well. Just safety stuff. Tanks insecure, toolbox insecure, the brakes are all good and safe. And then last but not least, always check your tire pressures. Well, it's a nice 34 degrees again. I'm absolutely sweltering, and this is closing to an end now. We've more or less got this ready now with just a little bit of test driving, maybe another little tweak on the back brake. We'll have a look when we get to it. But as I said right at the end there, tire pressures. Now tire pressures, I'll give you a little sort of estimate below what kind of tire pressures you're going to need. But tire pressures can be really tricky because individual riders prefer different tire pressures, especially racers. They've got their own sort of preference on tire pressures. I normally run quite low because they heat up and then they get harder during a race. But on the road you want to go for a sort of a medium sort of pressure that's really suitable for you. Most people, you're looking about 18 in the front, 28 in the back, maybe a bit more if you're two up, say 30 psi. But it's horses for courses. But tyres is a whole new video. See you later.